the Lord of the 3D world. Saturn gets a bad name sometimes because Saturn is tough. Saturn is the enforcer of the law within the solar system, within our little local cosmos. So Saturn is almost like a subcontractor hired by our souls to enforce our life path. That's Saturn's whole job. So the law that Saturn is enforcing is really yours. It's not the law of the Lord in heaven. It's not that kind of shit where, you're basically being punished for not, following a set of commandments, or you haven't read the book club's book well enough, and you don't know all the little legalistic clauses and, finer points. No, it's not about that. What Saturn does, Saturn keeps you authentic. Saturn makes sure that you are, maybe not at all times, because you got to have a cheat day here and there. You got to eat some junk food. You got to dick around a little bit, take some sidetracks, explore things. But what Saturn does is Saturn keeps us authentic, keeps us on our life path, our individual life paths, and keeps us on them enough so that we don't have setbacks in life. Now, major setbacks in life they're really about, when things blow up in our face, when we feel like we had a really good idea, that we're really onto something, and the things blow up, it means we were pursuing something that, we truly didn't want, or something that would detract, that would take away from our evolution, from the evolution of our soul in the long run. So that's Saturn's job. Saturn keeps us honest, and Saturn says, you know what? You're not being the real you. You're off on some kind of tangent. I got to teach you a little lesson to get you back on track. So it's not about punishment. It's not about crime and punishment. That's a whole Abrahamic, Jewish, Christian, Islamic thing. The whole, crime and punishment in the universe. It's not about that. It's about whether you are yourself, whether you're being yourself or you're not. That's the only real sin, is not being your real authentic self. And all the other things that we refer to as sins, they all stem from that. And people get freaked out when they say, well, what if someone's genuine desire is to be a rapist and a bank robber and a serial killer, all in one? And it's like, well, none of those are genuine soul desires. Those are just reactions to fear. Those aren't soul desires. Those don't count. So that whole argument is completely invalid. So yeah, all the things that we consider sins, they just come from people not being their real selves. So that's Saturn's job.